get that long-range jump shot. He'll take it to the bucket. I mean, he utilizes his size and strength as well as anybody.
Starting lineup brought to you by Louisiana Cat. On the left side, you see Sean Long, and on the right side, the second name down, George Fant. Those two big guys could be one heck of a matchup, but watch out for number 0 on that left side, Brent Bomaloo, and Trency Jackson on the right side. They could be kind of the unsung heroes of this game and guys that could make a big difference. How about our keys to the game, Coach? Brought to you by Screen Tech.
Well, let's talk about the Raging Cajuns because they need to score on putbacks. And the Cajuns shot 37% against the Toppers. They got to do better than that. And now for Western Kentucky, the Toppers score well when they score down inside. And secondly, they need to get some easy baskets out of their transition game.
Head coach of the Hilltoppers, 4-time national champion from Kentucky Wesleyan, Ray Harper. This guy has been ultra successful. Bob Marlin, 64 wins at University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Known around the conference as one of the good guys and one of the really good coaches in this league. Opening tip-off brought to you by Window World. Semi-final number 2. Let's play ball. Sunbelt style here in New Orleans.
Those two men jumping center could be the major keys to this game.
Payton went over. Oh, nice save by Payton on a ball that was going out of bounds. Payton first in steals in the conference, second in assists, 13th in rebounds, and the defensive player of the year. Inside they go right to Long with Fant on him. Fadeaway jumper, very short. Offensive rebound, Bomaloo, and he'll reset. Xavier Rimmer with the basketball, their best three-point shooter. He's 43% on the year.
You see 4 men outside. And
Bomaloo, nice. The defensive player turned his head. Bomaloo was right there.
A lot of high ball screens to start to go down and screen. I'm talking about Western Kentucky's offense. They're going to end up with 4 men out.
Dickerson for 3. We talked about it so many times. When he makes a couple threes early, as good a defensive player as he is, he really raises his value to this team.
51% of his shots come from that way.
There's Rimmer open from 3. He loves that baseline jumper, but couldn't get that one. Okaro Akamene gets the start and grabs that rebound. And the pushing and shoving and muscle is well in evidence as Payton knocks down their game first.
They're going to challenge him and say, I dare you to shoot it. And he just responded.
Chris Harrison-Dox is a transfer from Butler. Plays 2 exhibition games at Butler. Didn't start when he came on, but has moved into that starting lineup. And Coach gives him a little different dimension as a point guard as that ball is thrown away.
Well, this is where he's good.
Bomaloo, good head and ball fake. Nope. And now the Hilltoppers will push it up the floor. And Harrison-Dox throws it away. Here they come on the run. And stolen right back by Fant. This is just the kind of game we expect.
Transition's going to be a big part of it for both teams.
Jackson goes inside. Turnaround jumper. Fant was not close. With Long on him, he rushed it just a little bit, Bob. Payton lost it. Fant took it away. Here come the Hilltoppers on the run. And a foul called on Rimmer as he reached out and grabbed.
Interesting, Tom. Payton's already made 2 ball handling errors. The pass wasn't real good, and then I've never seen him lose the ball off the dribble going to the basket. Now I'm talking about the passing to Long, the play possession before.
Akamene from Eastern Oklahoma Junior College. All-Region 2 there, an All-Region 2 tournament. Howard Scholar athlete, team MVP in high school as a junior and senior. Tracy Jackson comes out. TJ Price, an all-league performer, comes into the ballgame.
A little bit of a shoulder injury to the right shoulder. Doesn't have quite the mobility with it that he did, the range of motion.
And when it's your right shoulder, it's your shooting shoulder. Although in the ballgame at home in Bowling Green, he got 16 off the bench and then Rimmer lost it. Moore goes up off the glass. Nope. And Dickerson right there. Harrison Docks a little more of an offensive threat. Fan brought that down and a jump ball. That's a really nice defensive job by Eldridge Moore. He came to help, stayed there, and then comes up with the basketball, alternate possession.
You see the trap, Long coming over, and he wasn't able to split him. You don't want that man to split you in that situation.
There's Price driving right down the lane, and that'll be a hand check on Rimmer. And Rimmer has picked up his second personal foul, and he's got to come out.
Substitution, number 31.
That's a huge offensive loss for them.
Yeah, he's a great three-point shooter. Kevin Brown comes in. Brother Danny, 4 varsity letters at St. Louis University. Price drives to the bucket and lost it out of bounds. Tried to finish. Ran into a lot of trees and couldn't quite get that one off the way he wanted.
Should have pulled it up a step sooner, yeah, and let it go instead of trying to get it all the way.
Bamalu with Price on him. Long trying to post up inside, and that'll be a foul. Otaro Kamene reached around and got that elbow right in Long's stomach and picks up the personal foul.
I like the way Long's getting down. Watch him get down. I mean, we talked to kids about sit, and that's exactly what he was doing. Got low, and now he's got a good right base.
Aaron Adeoye will come in now as the Kamene will leave. Fan matched up against Moore. And this will help Fan be able to come over and help if Long goes down to post up. Good block out there by Dickerson. Now Price on the run. Adeoye finds Price on the wing. Price steps back jumper. And Peyton and Long, the black shirts right there fighting for that rebound. Bamalu for 3.
He is the glue in that game.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. He's got 5 now. We really appreciated his game against South Alabama. Not just the points. He's got 32. But what he does off the ball, his communication defensively, his fan goes to the bucket with the left hand. Bamalu put up another 3, just short. Long got a piece of it and then gets fouled. They're blocking out Long and the foul call, and we've got a timeout. Bamalu with that
heat action in New Orleans.
They've been to 10 consecutive tournament semifinals in 23 years. They've been to 32. 49 tournament wins, 9 titles, most of any current or former league member. Bamalu drives down the lane, goes up. That's good defense by Fan. And Price comes out of there with it. Now Brandon Harris will check in, a 6'1" senior. Twice Sundell Player of the Week this year. Had a big ball game against Southern Illinois. Harris now goes inside. Kick it up under. Fan with a pretty move.
He is so powerful, tough in there, and he looks just for angles. And with his strength, he doesn't need much room.
It's a ball club that's won 8 consecutive conference tournament games. I'm talking about Western Kentucky. 12-13. They won this tournament. Bamalu, good head and shoulder fake. Double pump with a left hand, not quite. And hold it a foul on the way up, they're saying.
Tom, I think both coaches have made wise decisions. Long isn't guarding Fant, and Fant isn't guarding Long. So you stay away from fouls, and in particular with Long, that allows him the opportunity to go over and block shots.
Price picks up his third as Bomelo hits the first. He missed the first 12 games of the season with a foot injury. All district, all region, 2 varsity letters in cross country in high school, 3 varsity letters in basketball. Got an academic award from the conference before yesterday's game. One of those kids you can just see success as he goes on in life. Steve Ronkowski has checked in for the Raging Cajuns.
Another perimeter shooter.
Harris goes up high for Price, and now they'll work it around. Oh, good crossover move. Good help. Long got his hand caught in the net. He would have blocked the shot, I think, but he got his hand caught in that net and couldn't go get the ball.
And I thought he was a step slow getting over there.
Now Long, top of the circle jumper. He was going back on defense. He let it go and running back. He knew it was good.
Now, I know Moore said they weren't guarding each other, and now because of substitutions, yes, they are guarding each other.
Down low, Fant leads in, and Sean Long has picked up a personal foul. Got him on the arm.
Sean Long is first.
Peyton makes the mistake of flying by, and Fant can use either hand powerfully. He really likes angles, although he's developed a very good jump hook.
Fant with 4 going to the free throw line. One of those 1,000-point scorers in the league. All Sun Belt Conference tournament last year. Most outstanding as a freshman in 2012. 4-year starter in high school. His cousin Jim McDaniels, 3-time All-American at Western Kentucky, wore number 44. So he had to call his cousin and say, hey, I really want to wear 44. Do you mind? I think Jim said, I think we can work something out. But when he's done, it goes back in the rafters in Bowling Green, and there's a foul on the drive.
I saw that team play in the NCAA tournament. They came to South Bend. I was a high school coach there. So I remember that.
He's a great player.
That's an understatement. That was a great team.
Fan will get a break as Dickerson comes in. So now, Hilltoppers are very small. And Bomelu goes right to the bucket and puts it in.
Great curl. Right into the lane, off the downstream.
He's got 9 of their 13 points. What a great leader this kid is.
He's the glue.
Harris will back it off and they'll reset. Hilltoppers like to spread that floor. Baseline 3 is good. Brandon Harris, a 30% three-point shooter, knocks that one home.
Brown came over on the penetration and couldn't return in time.
Nice backdoor cut. What a cut. Bomelu saw his man's head turn to the ball, went right to the basket. And a good pass by Ronkowski. And Bomelu's just dominating this game right now. Ball deflected. Here comes Peyton. This is where he's really good. He wants the pressure. Gives it back. 3 from the right side. Wow. Kevin Brown, 18-13 Raging Cajuns, and their fans are up celebrating now. And there's a foul called on Brown. We've got a timeout on the floor. Watch this backdoor pass. You see Dickerson turn his head, and Bomelu
has a dramatic impact upon this basketball team.
J.J. Davenport has checked in for the Raging Cajuns. Had 7 starts this year, 14 and 11 at Arkansas Little Rock, but only played 9 minutes yesterday and did not score. Long is out, and Davenport is in. Jackson gives it back. Atamine finds Dickerson. Jackson crossover move and a foul on Bamalu. Had Bamalu not reached and waited another half second, I think it would have been an offensive foul for a push, but Bamalu reached.
He reacted to the left hand, too, and then Jackson went back to his right, and that's where you're right. I agree with you. If he had to reach, he would have gotten a charge out.
Now Bamalu comes out, Moore comes in, Fant has come in, so now Davenport has got to match up against George Fant.
We didn't see much of Davenport in the second half last night.
Exactly.
We saw him at all.
I think he had 9 first half minutes. I don't think he got in. Fant with the hook. Nope. Rebound Kaplan. Moore comes out of there with it. Payton. Oh, I thought he was going all the way. He wanted Davenport. They want to go to him, and he's got it now. And that's an offensive foul. Oh, did you see that? He flipped the ball down to Fant. Ray Harper is crazy on the sideline screaming at the official. Watch the end of the play now. After the foul is called, watch him. There it is. He throws it right down at Fant at his groin. Fant's going to remember that. I guarantee you, the kind of competitor Fant is, he'll remember that. And Coach Harper will not forget it either.
Well, they're talking back and forth right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Harrison Docks will bring it across the half-court stripe. Fant trying to post up, and is that a foul on Davenport? Yep. They'll call him for a hold.
I think that is a call in regards to what just transpired down on the other end. Because if you're going to call that right there, you're going to have 8,000 different post fouls called.
Fant, a 55% free throw shooter. 106 of 193, so he goes a lot. 4-year starter in high school and don't start on the
You're remarkable.
Long comes back in. Here comes Bamalu as well. Go ahead and tell him. You started.
Every player, whether it's negative or positive, they must be listening to you because it just turns out the opposite. I'm not sure you're reading your notes well.
You think I might be misreading? Oh, Price with a good offensive rebound and then had it stripped away. 18-14 Raging Cajuns.
A little bit of a zone here.
Winner gets the Panthers of Georgia State, who had a pretty easy time with Arkansas State, who just lost their legs after last night. Moore kicks it out. Bamalu had a good look at a three. Now gets inside. That's a good runner for a two. Bamalu with 13 of their 20 points.
Great shot fakes. Penetrated well.
Fant and Sean Long will pick up the personal foul here.
I don't think you can go with that matchup. Watch this shot fakes. Right there, Duke goes different directions, pulls up short, so he doesn't take it where they get blocked. Really good offensive play.
So Long has two, and Davenport has two for the Raging Cajuns. And Fant, the 4-year starter in high school, from Bowling Green. He went to Warren Central just down the road. I mean, you couldn't have paid $5 in a cab if you're going to scout him and try to recruit him.
He could have borrowed that taxi you've been using, that picture of that horse.
Yeah.
You told me you were going to get that horse on there. Kind of like Ichabod Crane.
Davenport comes in. Gronkowski comes out. Long is out. So now you got to survive. With Long having 2 fouls, you have to survive the rest of the first half, right? And a lot of it is going to fall on this young man with a basketball. I know Bamalu's been really good, But Peyton has got to be the guy now that figures out, doesn't have to score, but he's got to get people good shots. There's a good pass. Bamalu. Wow! Wow! He is on a roll right now.
Great penetration. The defense collapsed. Threw it to the open shooter.
16 for Bamalu.
Now see, here's interesting. Didn't put Davenport on it. I think that's really smart by Coach Marlin.
Lawson, who's into the ball game, ahead. Peyton had it stripped away. And Ben Lawson, a 7-foot freshman from Hitchings, England, has come into the ball game. And now very quickly Lawson will leave. They really like Lawson. Ray Harper's talking to him right now. And you see the numbers, 3-10, now 6-6. But they really like Lawson. They think he's going to be a very good player for this team down the road. He may be a year or two away. Davenport puts the jumper up, back of the rim. Moore had it, couldn't hang on, and it'll go out of bounds.
Actually, if Davenport would use one more dribble coming towards us and then shot that jump hook with his left hand, he'd have been right at point-blank range.
Fan hands back to Price. That's a heck of a matchup. Bamalu and Price. Rebound fought for. Here comes Peyton, 1-on-3. Oh, what a move. He couldn't get it to fall. That's a dance step that he had there. Step with the left and then out to the right. There aren't many people that can do that.
He pulled the defense to the left. Pulled the defense to the left. And then went down the middle of the lane. He's uncanny with his ability to get to the free throw line.
Hayden goes to the line, and it's a real problem for him, Coach. He's a 62% free throw shooter. He's been, now with that free throw, 284 times this year. That's a monster amount, but he's just a 62% free throw shooter. And missed them both. Fight for the rebound. Moore goes up and couldn't get it. Now it's loose again, and Bamalu, that's a travel. You come down with the ball and then slide, and that's a travel. Raging Cajun crowd didn't like it. That's the rule. And Ray Harper is screaming at his team for rebounds. His team with 5 turnovers.
Cajuns are really aggressive going after the ball.
Harrison Dock sent out last year after the transfer. Dayoe with the baseline jumper.
That's his range, that 15, 17-foot range.
His first basket. And we've got just what we expected. Western Kentucky, the preseason pick to win the league, finished second, obviously, to Georgia State. Raging Cajuns finished third. Peyton, the runner in the lane. That's a nice move. Very aggressive move, and the first really aggressive offensive move we've seen since the first half of yesterday's game.
Great change of pace off the dribble.
Dickerson around that screen. Peyton thought he had it for all the world. Moore thought he had it for all the world. It'll go out of bounds, and the Raging Cajun fans love this effort. There's a 3.
They could be having out there.
One of the things I hit in the pregame was the fact that I thought the Cajuns needed to score on putbacks, and they're certainly making the effort. Got a small lineup out there now for the Cajuns.
Yeah. No Davenport, no Long. Price steps back. Pretty good defense, and he still knocks that down. That's a deuce for a guy that averaged 15 a game. Twice second team All Sun Belt Conference. Bamalu now has fans on him. Let's see if he tries to clear out a little bit. Oh, he'll take that 3. Price accelerates down the lane off the glass and good. TJ Price with a couple buckets in a row now.
And with that smaller lineup, there was nobody to rotate over there and block that shot.
Payton back to Ronkowski. He's wide open. He can shoot that ball. Oh, tip in by Payton. A strong tip in by their first team All-Sun Belt Conference guard, Alfred Payton. Now they come up to get the ball out of Harrison Dock's hand. Fant gets it, and it's loose inside. And we've got a rugby scrum. And they'll untangle all the bodies, and it'll be alternate possession. And belong to the Raging Cajuns.
Steps back, gets that shot. Shoulder didn't look bad on that
one.
No,
it didn't.
And then the drive to the basket. See, with his size and strength, he can change how he scores very, very quickly.
Payton comes around that screen. This is the same play they ran a second ago. Instead of passing it back, that time he just hesitated a second, let the defense commit to that pass, and then finishes the layup. Alfred Payton really playing well now.
Once Fant moved out of the way, he just went to work.
Price and Bomelu. This is a great matchup. Into the corner, baseline three, very short. Rebound follow is up and good. Dayoe just read that well, and we stay at about that 6-point lead. He's got 4 now. Same play, same screen roll. This time Ronkowski goes to the bucket, and Payton's taking over now, Coach. He's got 3 buckets in a row and really playing smart basketball.
See,
he's taking what they give him.
He's been hesitant, and right now he's playing with a lot of confidence offensively.
On top, Price. So Bomelu went for the steal, and it leads to an open 3 for Brandon Harris. Harris with 6 now. Boy, this thing is really heating up. Payton trying to get around Fant, and the ball was touched. Ronkowski into the corner. Bomelu open 3. And now that red light that was around him when it was so hot has gone off. And out of bounds. Dayoe was standing out of bounds when he had the ball. It will belong to the Raging Cajuns.
He hit that opening jump shot and got a little bit more momentum, a little bit confidence. And yeah, he's taken over.
Scored 8 consecutive for his ball club. Bomelu pops out right back. Payton, strong move, and he'll go to the free throw line. Dayoe will pick up the personal foul.
That's a great play. I've seen him run that before. They get it inbounds, and Payton just steps in bounds as soon as he throws the ball, and you have a tendency just to relax there a little bit. If he gets a hit in his free throws.
Oh, yeah. Double figures 29 times for Alfred Payton. 4 of 30 or more in his career. He's got 25 20 or more point games. Talked all about his offseason, where he was with Marcus Smart on the under-18 Team USA ball club as that one skipped out of bounds and will belong to the Raging Cajuns. He was their point guard and really played well. Now Xavier Rimmer comes back, had foul trouble early. Ronkowski will lead. The no-look play. Bomelu got it and put it in. That's one of those where you look at each other and just know it's coming.
Eye contact.
Price comes from behind that screen. A long 3. And this could be a double-figure lead now.
Well, with that lineup, you've got to go to Fant.
clear it out for Payton. Oh, he looked for Moore real quick. Now Moore has it with Fant on him. And a foul called on Fant. Got him on the arm. And Moore will go to the line for a pair. Alfred Payton. What a first half for him.
3 for 8 for the Toppers. But Fant has been there 6 times. And as you alluded earlier, Fant is not a really good free throw shooter.
Moore gets the first. He's got one more. And this would make it that double-figure lead.
And Moore isn't an exceptional free throw shooter either.
He splits those. He's just the 5th player for the Raging Cajuns to score in this game.
Toppers need to go down inside. I mean, look at who's guarding Fant.
Price comes up with it. Jackson drives baseline up and under, a very athletic move. Tracy Jackson knocks it home. He's got 4 points.
He was able to use the bucket for protection and he's left hand.
Payton wants Bamalu to get out of there. Payton looking to accelerate.
Couldn't. He's trying to take over, Tom, in a good way. I don't mean in a bad way.
Oh, great fake. He lets Fant go right by, just stood there. 13 first half points for Alfred Payton. Hayward Register, a really good three-point shooter, has checked in the ball game. Register just a 6'2 freshman, as Fant couldn't get that. And Register's been one of the hottest shooters in the league. He's on that near corner right now. Moore one-on-one with Fant. Spin move in the lane. They're attacking. They're absolutely attacking. And Ray Harper wants a timeout.
They're spreading them out. And
Hill got this game on so we could say hi to them. If they're watching, it'd be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it? Say hi to them?
Sure. Hi, fellas. I say hi to the coaches, because I've been there.
A little full court pressure here being put on by the Raging Cajuns. Look out. Brown right there. Gives it back. Bamalu drives right in. Offensive foul. And this could be a little bit of a momentum changer. Bamalu's picked up his second personal.
Should have pulled up one step sooner.
He's a good 15-foot shooter. Gronkowski ready to check in now for him.
Almost got to get.
Yeah. Now Harrison Docks drives in, and the runner, nope. Adeoye inside with the follow, and you just get the feeling that Western Kentucky may be ready to come up off the mat this last 2 minutes of the first half.
What will be interesting is how quickly Cajuns shoot the ball. A little bit of a half-court trap.
Substitution, number 4.
Bamalu didn't want to come out.
No, he sure didn't. We're both saying the same thing.
And it wasn't disrespectful. Oh, come on, Coach.
I'll be
okay.
all right. I'll be all right.
Yeah. No, I buy that.
Bamalu with 2 fouls, and Bob Marlin's just thinking, nope, we got a long second half. This is far from over.
Somebody needs to get in the middle of that half-court trap.
Gronkowski got tripped. Tracy Jackson will be called for the personal foul. Kate Dickerson, their best out front backcourt, if you will, defensive player. Back in, Jackson will sit.
Long's been on that bench a long time. I'm not suggesting he should come back in. And they've been able to get this lead with Long on the bench.
Gronkowski from St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Hammond, Louisiana. Played wide receiver and safety, was honorable mention All-State in football, was first team All-State in basketball. Honorable mention All-State as a sophomore and junior. At 15 starts this year, he plays a lot and will be a fixture. When Bamalu leaves, you can kind of pencil him into that same spot, wouldn't you think?
Yes.
Price right down the floor, length of the floor, got it in the foul. You just get the feeling that Western Kentucky's got a little run in them before the end of the half.
One of the things I said, Western Kentucky needs to score some baskets in transition, and he got the defense going, and they weren't set. Great offensive play.
Peyton Halsey, a freshman from Southwind High School in Memphis, Tennessee, will check into the ball game. State champs 12 and 13. Jonathan Williams III, of the better known of the two at Missouri, a 4-star recruit on that high school team as well. Gronkowski had it tipped away. It's coming right to us. Goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Hilltoppers. You could see this run coming, and here it is. This is a big possession for Western Kentucky. Harris, spin move, comes around the screen from Fan. Right down the lane, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. He was looking for the foul in the basket. He made it kind of tough, turned his back to the defender instead of just making a layup.
Yeah, a very good point. And defensively, they were all spread out, and no one was in a position to slide over and stop the penetration of the dribbler. See, that's where they miss long.
Yeah.
Miss that inside presence. I don't know whether I want to go down there or not.
Harris, 25 starts last year, averaged 8 points, 6 rebounds, all Sun Belt Conference tournament. High school, listen to this. They had letters in, I don't know if I'll get this done by the time the half is done. Varsity letters, basketball, soccer, golf, cross country, baseball, and football. Varsity letters in all 6. Oh, and a foul. He traveled. The Hilltoppers' run is not done yet. They've cut this down to 5 and can do even more damage right here.
Got to get that ball, turn and get rid of that ball right away.
A 7-1 Hilltopper run. Dickerson comes out to get it with Gronkowski right there. Price, little hesitation, up, under, yep. It's a 3-point game, and that pressure stays on. Oh, I thought that was going over the top. Here comes Peyton on the run. Goes up to the bucket. That's a big basket for the Raging Cajuns. They'd had 3 turnovers in their last 4 possessions.
Fant was smart not to foul.
Yep. You're not going to stop that. He's going to the basket.
And he's rim high.
Shot blocked off. A 5-point Raging Cajun lead. But I think the Hilltoppers will go into halftime feeling pretty good about how they finish this half. Harris kicks it out. They double team Price. It went off Price's leg out of bounds. And with 2.7 seconds left, it'll be Raging Cajun ball. Ben Lawson, the 7-foot freshman, will come back in, and he'll put pressure on the ball.
Good trap. Right. Good trap right there in the corner. And he got nowhere to go with it.
Now Price will come off. Adeoye, the 6'7 junior, will come back in.
Yeah, you got to be careful this pass.
2.7. Oh, he lets it go from half court. It's online, and that just was too long. That was right on line, and all but went in the basket. What a great finish to that first. Oh, kind of. Alfred Payton just flat owned the second part of that first half.
Long and Payton together averaged 38.5 points a game, Tom, which for a twosome is the best in the country. Ooh, he almost picked up number 3.
He very nearly got number 3 there. Jackson gets to start in the second half. Harrison docks with a 3, and Long right there. One-handed, he just snared that baby out of the air. And now Long goes right down to the low post. And now he comes outside. I thought he was just going to go down low and get the ball. Steps outside. He's a good three-point shooter. Came up short. But everybody went out to get him, and Moore was wide open and lays it in.
Statistically, Long is the best three-point shooter in the league.
45%. He's got 5 points now, does Moore. Jackson starts to drive, gets cut off. Gives it back to Harrison Dox. The freshman point guard. Bob inside. That's where they go.
Really good play. Looked like a defensive some defensive confusion on the Cajuns' part, but a great high-low pass.
Long with good position. There's the double team. And he tried to pass out of it, and it wasn't a very good pass. Now Jackson goes right in and gets fouled by Rimmer.
I thought Long panicked a little bit. Great trap down on the other end, and then a transition opportunity for the Toppers. Really good defense. Boy, they went down on Long in a heartbeat.
Rimmer just picked up his third foul. Well, you have to think the whole key is when Long gets the ball, they're coming to double team. They can't let him get 19 points or even 11 or 12 in the second half. So how do you prevent that? You double team. You make him become a passer, right?
Yes, but he looks surprised. So that's where the part.
And you think he's seen double teams all year, right? A 4-point ball game. About a minute and a half into the second half here. Rimmer drives in. Couldn't get it. And here comes Harrison Dox. With Payton right there. And Harrison Dox just lost it. It goes out of bounds and will belong to the Raging Cajuns.
Dox made a poor decision. He tried to go in and challenge Payton. And Payton had the inside position. And that man is too athletic for Dox to go in there and be able to complete the block.
Payton around that screen, looking, finds Long. Rimmer drives in, kicks it out. Long drive, puts it off the glass. Offensive foul, Sean Long. Bob Marlin questioning the officials, but Long has picked up his third personal.
Sean Long, his third.
Great shot fake.
Not much doubt, is there?
No, I thought he was set. You got to pull up one step short. Good play, good defensive play.
Yep, Bant was right there.
Yeah. Long's not off to a good start here in the second half.
It's 2 turnovers in the first 4 possessions for the Raging Cajuns. Inside paint. Backs his way in, kicks it out on top. DJ Price for 3. And Payton, long down court pass for Moore. And he throws it to us. But Rimmer saved it.
Unfortunately, you didn't have to catch it because it would have been a bobble.
But you're diving under the table. Somebody would have had to. Rimmer finds Payton on the wing. And that's a hold inside. As Moore's trying to post up, the hold will be called on Trency Jackson. Put his hand on the front of his shoulder, and as soon as you do that, the official is going to make that call.
Well, it's a very good play by the Cajuns because Moore is clearly bigger than what Jackson is.
Jackson leaves. They get bigger as Akaro Akamene checks in. He's a 6'7" senior from Miami. Payton, lob inside. Great pass to Long. Long held his position. That baby, that's a quarterback throwing a touchdown pass between 3 DBs. That's how well he threaded that.
And Long, to his credit, didn't rush it. He took the extra second to make sure he had good bounces.
7 assists now for Elfrid Payton. setback three, holding no shot. A foul right here, and I think they've got Peyton. Yeah, he must have been holding inside on Akamene. Now Peyton is 6'2", about 190 pounds. Akamene, 6'7", 210, 215, something like that. Sean Long will get a break. J.J. Davenport, the 6'6", 325-pound junior from Abbeville High School in Louisiana, will check in.
Yeah, but you don't have to foul in that situation if you're Peyton because you aren't guarding Fain.
They take Long out. The under 16 media timeout will come pretty quick, so he'll get a little extra rest here. Oh, great steal. Bamaluk saw that coming. He was looking to go long. I mean, he was looking to be Peyton Manning to throw that baby down the floor, but instead, Alfred Payton says, no, give it to me. Now Payton stops high, Archer short, fade away on the rebound is good. Tough shot by Eldridge Moore, the freshman from St. Augustine High School in New Orleans. Hometown kid. He's got 7 points. Price comes around that screen. Gives it back. Dickerson, top of the circle, off the glass and good.
Good pressure on the shot, too.
Caden Dickerson off the glass, puts it home. He's got 5 points. Had that opening three. That's his first basket since then. Bamaluk, quick jumper. And Dickerson, Davenport had the rebound and a foul called. And now we've got a timeout. Media timeout. Attack here in the second half, Coach.
They are the leading offensive rebounding team in the league. And right now, 4 of their 6 baskets have been a result of that. In this
second half. Yeah.
Yes. They are good.
Yeah, they are. Davenport stepped out to get that.
But as I said, that's where the rubber meets the road because Western Kentucky is the best defensive rebounding team in the league.
And a good defensive team overall.
Oh, yeah. See how quick they rotate still? Got trapped.
Shot clock at 9 now. Payton looking to penetrate. Good defense. Really good defense. But the foul. Oh, he missed it. Wide open, and Moore just flat missed it. Now Fan trying to post up with Davenport on him. Price goes by his defender, puts it up. Good. Counted in the foul. D.J. Price going to the bucket.
That's even a bigger basket now.
Yeah.
Because it's going to turn out to be a 5-point swing.
One way to the other, yeah.
Right. Good power move. That man is so strong.
You're talking about Price now, right?
Yes. And I was going to say, if you think he's got a bad shoulder, he's going to fool most people.
He's a pretty good defensive end in high school. 2013 Sun Belt Conference Tournament Most Outstanding Player. All-State as a junior and senior. Oh, good defense by Price to knock it away, and then Payton just got it back. Now he accelerates down, changes his shot in the middle, and can't get it. Dickerson. Fan inside. He wanted this ball. Shot up and in, and the Hilltoppers are on a roll. A 7-0 run. We've got a 1-point game in our second semifinal Sun Belt Conference tournament here in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Got to get Long back on the floor.
Bamaluk trying to end that run in the lane. Nope, Harris high for the rebound. And the Tops can take the lead. They get it to their best offensive player, and he makes one of those great plays. Now here comes Payton the other way. And he'll back it off. Inside Davenport. Up and under, short, got his own rebound and a foul call. Davenport got his own offensive rebound off the miss and then a foul call.
I think right now, Tom, that the Toppers trapping has created problems for the Cajuns, and they're really out of sync offensively. But that was a heck of an effort by Davenport, powering that ball and going right back after it.
Tops lead it by 1. 10-9 is their last lead. Davenport got the first, and we're back tied again. Sean Long is ready to check in. He'll come in for Davenport. Now Fant leaves, and Long is ready to check in. So watch how aggressive is Long right away in this first 2 minutes or so without Fant. Davenport, 2 nice free throw shots. Kevin Brown will come in as Rimmer will check out. Crowd loved it. What a great basketball game, befitting a semifinal of a conference tournament championship. Oh, it's Bryson helping more now. Now Harris a tough play. And this lead is just seesawing. He's got 11.
See, this is where the Toppers are good. They've been there. They know how to win.
Inside, here's Long. There's the double team. Bamalou splits that. Runner in the lane is good for Brian Bamalou. Bamalou's been quiet for a while. He's got 20. Price open 3, around and out, rebound tap. And here comes Payton on the run. Long accelerated up the floor. Oh, Bamalou thought about that 3. He thought long and hard about that. Now Long inside, double team. Moore goes up, gives it right back, great pass. Long just couldn't put it in. He drew the defenders. What a smart play and great interior passing by the Raging Cajuns.
And that's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Long's pass to begin with to Moore was outstanding. He had a better feel for what he was looking for, and then Moore right back to Long as the defense tried to rotate.
First in the Sun Belt in rebound. First in the Sun Belt in blocks. 17 double-doubles. Fant is coming right back. 6th in field goal percentage. 35 career double-doubles. He was freshman of the year in the league and second team all-conference last year as that freshman. Now first team this year. He's had a very quiet game. One-point Raging Cajun lead. You just get the feeling this is going to be a terrific last 12 minutes. Price pops out. Oh, Fant wants it. Fant really wants the ball. Price went over the wing to try and get a better entry. Then finds Harris, who penetrates and hold it. We've got an offensive foul. He went to the bucket. Looked like he was going to get a still 33-6 is big. Hilltoppers have made 9 of their last 12. Raging Cajuns have missed 6 of their last 7.
And some of their shots, although the Moore missing the lay-in, but some of their shots have been a little bit forced.
Payton wants to pop out, and Price is right there on him. What a great matchup. Price and Payton. Long wants it, has it down low. Tries to get around the double team, lost it. It went off of his leg out of bounds, and it will belong to the Hilltoppers. They're doing a really effective job of hiding that double team. He can't see it coming or where it's coming from.
He made up his mind before he was going to go, and that was poor judgment. You got to read it. And Bamalou made a mistake in saying, "Oh, that went off of him." But no, it went off of him.
Fant couldn't come up with that. Bamalou right there. Great pass out to Brown. 1-on-3. What a pretty move. Long tried to get it on a chip dunk. It'll go out of bounds. And we're going the other way. Long, for all the world, had a wide open chip dunk that he just couldn't put into the basket.
Great move here as Brown steps around And you're right. Not quite the legs that you would anticipate.
2 open looks. First a layup, then a dunk, and they missed them both.
And now you add Moores to it, so you've got a 4-point swing there that instead of having a 1-point lead, you could have a 5-point lead. That's a big, big difference. And especially if you know, the Cajuns are trying to get there. The Toppers have been there.
They've won it. They've won this tournament. Won 8 straight games, 18-2 in the last 4 Sun Belt Conference tournaments, and 4 titles. They're the Kings. Georgia State's the undefeated regular season champs. This tournament has belonged to the Hilltoppers. Now he lost the basketball and hold it. Ray Harper won the 30-second timeout. It'll be.
I think the bench points, Western Kentucky's got 32. Well, that's not really fair because you got Price.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's still be in their favor.
Raging Cajuns just 4 of 15 from the field, 29% here in the second half.
I thought they were a little, they haven't been as quick and sharp.
No, and they've missed 8 of their last 9, Bob. Price backs it off. Looked at that shot clock, now takes it. Long rebound, and here comes Payton. 1 on 2, and he's going to slow that down.
He's smart. He didn't have it.
Bomaloo. That's where they want to go. Inside. Let Long see if a double team's coming in the lane. What a tough shot. Now they got Long away from the low block and able to turn and face. That's a much different, much more difficult spot to double team in.
And they didn't trap it. They didn't make the move.
He's got 7 now.
You got a zone here.
Fan posted up down low. Now a 3, top of the circle, way off. Adeo with the rebound and a foul call. And we're staying right here. Did he just put 21?
I thought he said
Sean
22.
Long?
I thought he said 22. I could be wrong. Maybe not.
Long just picked up his 4th personal foul.
I thought it was on Moore, and you're right.
And now the officials are talking, and yep, they point to Sean Long and say, yep, it was on him, and Long is coming off. Yeah, it's on Long. He's got 4. That's a huge change.
It is gigantic.
Davenport comes back in. Ball deflected. Brown now backs it off.
Payton's got to play big, and so does Bomaloo here.
Payton going to a bucket, and a foul called on the drive. And that's Chris Harrison Dodge. Dickerson comes back along with Brandon Harris. Jackson and Harrison Docks will leave. Now Fant kind of forced his way in. Did you see that? Davenport had pretty good position, and Fant just forced his way into that line. Brown pops out. Oh, Payton wanted it. That was the play where he stays right there. He wanted it. Now he's got it down low and brings it out.
Back cut, but the defense rotated well. So he didn't have a chance to shoot the ball.
Davenport inside. Payton up softly, and it goes in.
But over Doc, really good offensive play. Docs can't guard him now.
No. He's got 17. You're talking 5'11" against 6'2".
Let Doc to the Dickerson and take that back.
Harris backs it off.
Ooh, good hands.
He almost lost it twice. Price now starts to drive. A high off the glass. Rebound tap. And here comes Payton on the run. Stops. Looks. Out to Moore. Bamalu drives from 15. Brian Bamalu was the stud in the first half, and he's right back to that role here in the second half.
Timeout, Coach Harper.
A 9-0 Ragin' Cajun run over the last 5+ minutes. And Coach Harper wants a 30-second.
Watch some of their other games as I prepared, where I could just concentrate on. I don't want to see somebody shoot free throws. I don't want to see, all the kinds of things that go on in the television. I just want to concentrate on their offense and figure out what needs to be done.
Would you have an assistant or two here to scout the game?
I wouldn't be here myself under any circumstance.
Fan inside. Oh, that's rejected. Eldridge Moore just threw that out into the second row of the stands. 7:35 left. Look at him rolling. Western Kentucky has missed their last 5 field goals. They've made 9 of 11 and now have about a 6-minute drought.
And they go back man to man. The Cajuns do. Got out of that zone.
Dickerson threw it away. He was looking inside for Fant, but throws it away.
That was a good play, though, because it went back down inside where they got to be.
They got to go to Fant.
Absolutely.
Seventh turnover by the Hilltoppers this half. Moore starts to drive. Davenport can hit that from 16. 3 times off the rim, and it goes down. Good call. Thank you. From your guy, I know.
Yeah, he's a high post shooter.
Harris with Bamalu on him, now brings it back out. And a foul on Bamalu. They'll get him for the hand check. His third.
Number 0, Brian Bamalu. His third, team 6.
16 foul. Both teams in that same spot with 16 fouls. Up high Price. Gives it right back.
See, Price will get down inside and post on Moore.
He's got it right now with Moore on him. Hands back to Dickerson. They switch that screen.
Cajuns do a lot of switching.
Drive down. Harrison ducks for 3. The freshman from Michigan knocks that one home. That's a big basket for the Hilltoppers. Really big. Ends an 11-0 drought. Rimmer gets back up off the bench for Ragin' Cajuns. 3 from the corner, front of the rim. Davenport with a rebound, goes up and he got fouled.
I'll tell you what, Davenport took that 270 or whatever it is and moved from point A to point B as quick as I've ever seen that young man move to get that rebound.
Here's that last 3 coach.
Brown went inside too far, stopping that penetration. That's tough to recover to a shooter that far.
Harrison Docks, the freshman of the year in the Sun Belt Conference. Davenport just keeps doing good things for them.
Oh, geez. He's quick in a confined area.
He lost 30 pounds since he got here. He was at New Mexico Junior College. They say this offseason is really big for him. He's a junior. But they think he could be a really nice player next year. And if Payton and Long are back, they could be really a power offensively. Now Harrison Docks fell down. They got to get it across the half-court stripe. And dunk. Payton right there, doing what he does so well. And then Payton, a little celebration with the fans. As they've gone out to a 10-point lead, he's got 19. Price drives inside, finds Fant, leans in, and a foul called J.J. Davenport holding those hands straight up said, I didn't come down. Well, Peyton did. He anticipated this pass perfectly.
See, a panic set in. You'd rather have a 10-second call than put yourself in a position where that can happen. But I don't like Peyton right there. He's got to get down. The game isn't over. That's just one basket.
Don't celebrate.
Don't celebrate. Get on down. Keep your focus. Don't lose your concentration.
Bomelu trying to get the Raging Cajun fans to make a little noise. His fans is at the free throw line. Fan 9 points. No rebound still. And 10. Full court pressure now being put on. Bomelu will take that 18-footer and fight for the rebound. Davenport kept it out of bounds. And it will belong to the Hilltoppers, who need a basket now.
Like that press again.
Fant been moving the lane, and Moore picks up the foul. Fant just couldn't quite finish that one in a spot where he should finish it.
You know, yeah, but he's trying to go too quickly, like he's Price, instead of taking the extra second.
10 points for Fant. Sean Long ready to check back in.
The Toppers are doing a good job of getting the ball down the floor, get that press, and attack. That's what you need to do. So now,
and Davenport, listen to the hand he gets from those Raging Cajun faithful. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead,
that's all right. No, you had a good comment. The Cajuns have got to decide whether they stay with the press or back off of it.
Short and Moore right there. Moore 7 points and 6 rebounds, has played well defensively also. And that's a 10-second violation. If there's a run coming right about now, you think this is the spot, right here. Their 12th turnover of the game. Fant in the post up. Oh, Fant wants the ball. Fant is really working hard, calling for it. Now Price crossover dribble, runner on the way. No. Rebound tap. Fant gets it, goes up, and he is fouled. Fant was determined from the start of that possession that he was going to be a big part of what happened there.
They set a screen for him. He came across, was calling for the ball, then he just went after it. And a lot of people tipped it, but he kept going after it and after it. Yeah, something good happened.
And that, by the way, was his first rebound. Looked more like a loose ball, but they called it a rebound, and that's his first of the game. And now Fant wants a towel to wipe his face off. For the Raging Cajuns, Rimmer has picked up his 4th personal.
Now you'll see the Toppers stay in that press.
It's been effective.
Oh, yeah. And you've got to get the ball up the floor, and they're throwing the ball too low. And they're trying to go 80 feet, almost 90 feet.
12 points now for Fant. Peyton accelerates. For Sean Long. Heck of a pass. Now Jackson drives in, kicks it out. Harrison Docks made one from there a couple minutes ago and makes another.
He looks up the floor.
We got a 5-point game. Ball deflected, loose. Fant comes up with it. Here come the Hilltoppers on the run. Price drives in, off the glass and good. We've got a 3-point game in New Orleans. Up the floor, throw it away, but Bomelu saves it. Now drives inside, got Fant in the air, and Bomelu with a senior move A veteran move. He knew he had Fan aggressive. Take the shot. Goes up.
3 feet away from the bucket. That's no good. They got to get it up the floor a little bit. And they've got to flash into the middle of that thing and release some of that pressure.
Bamalu hits the first. He's 3 of 3 from the free throw line now. 23 points for him. And he's short on that. You can tell as soon as he let go.
They pulled his shoulder, pulled him back.
Hilltoppers have scored on 5 of their last 7 possessions. Fan has it with more on him. Spindler's got him in the air. Yes, it counts and the foul.
See, Moore is making the mistake of trying to go up and block it. He needs to just stay there and say, come on over and block it. I mean, he's making a foolish decision there, but a great offensive play. And they knew exactly where they wanted to go.
Fan with 14 now, 1 over his season average. 15.
They are effective when they score down inside.
A 1-point game, and here is that trap that Jessica was talking about. Hey, he was in a little bit of trouble. There's the trap at half court, and a foul on Price who got him on the arm. Number 4 on T.J. Price, and he did. He got him on the arm.
Oh, yeah.
It was right in front of us. We could have made that call as well.
Well, I thought you were going to stand up and make it. This is what we call secondary trap now. Right there. And in fact, they're kind of all running to it, and they're not reading and taking the next logical pass away.
Moore with 8 points now 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. The winner gets Georgia State in the Sun Belt Championship tomorrow. Dropped the rebound. That got a little hairy for just a quick second.
Yeah, it did. I think they'll go down into Fan again.
Price comes around that screen. Harrison Docks looks. See if he bounces it over to the wing. Nope, instead, Fan moves outside to get it. In the lane, jump hook, no. Oh, what a great offensive rebound. And then kick out. Fan into the corner. Harrison Docks, he's got 2 threes in a row. Make it 3 threes in a row. And the Hilltoppers, almost given up for dead, have come back to take the lead, and now they throw it away. Here comes Jackson. Down the lane, off the glass, and he'll go to the line. Chris Harrison Docks is rolling from that 3-point line.
Ball 93 feet from the
down right on the baseline.
And he never sees the ball again. And they bring the ball across the timeline, and they're trying to pick the ball up as opposed to continuing to go and get the ball to the big man.
Frenchie Jackson, a transfer from Texas Tech, had to sit out until December 14th. He had 10 starts as a sophomore at Texas Tech. He's a pretty good player for them. Hit a buzzer beater, a 28-footer for the win at Arkansas Little Rock. Moore gets it ahead. Bamalu on the drive. Attacks. Goes up and holds it. Traveling called on Bamalu, and he thought he got fouled. And now he's got a little contact lens problem. Poked in the eye, and he's telling the official, I got poked in the eye, and I got a contact lens problem. He's trying to see if he's got it. Now he's looking for it on the floor. You've seen these scenes before where they're looking for the contact lens. Here comes Bob Marlin. He thinks he saw it. It was right over there. Is that it? No, that's not it.
Yeah, Wayne, what are you doing? You're sitting here and saying, oh, yeah, I see that thing. Come on.
No, I'm saying Bob Marlin was saying that. Not me. I have no idea where it is. Could still be in his eye for all I know.
You weren't clear there on your explanation.
Well, that's possible. I can't argue with you there.
Okay, but now he did travel. but they did a better job against the press because they got the ball further up the floor to begin with, and then they got the ball to Bomaloo, and he was able to attack. It's a big possession already. And they'll go down in the fan if Price doesn't get something.
And you would think Harrison Docks would end up in one corner or the other, where you have to at least respect him, because he's made 3 second-half threes.
That's why he's in the lineup.
And there's Fan. Backs his way in, goes up and under with a left hand, almost got it. He's lived at that free throw line in the second half. And Sean Long has fouled out of this game. So now they'll get 30 seconds to talk about it. Yep, no doubt.
Easy call. Instead of waiting till the ball left his hand, that's concentration and focus. Wanted it too badly. Hasn't been his night anyway.
No. Steve Ronkowski has checked into the ball game.
Another ball handler. But puts him in a bind with Fant down inside.
Well, they're tiny. I mean, this is a tiny lineup for head coach Bob Marlin.
Now, you can bring one more player up to help against the press.
Their biggest player is Eldridge Moore, a 6'5", 205-pound freshman. Fan misses the first. He's got one more. Long leaves, 9 points, 3 rebounds. Oh, what a difference a day can make. 19 and 17 last night. This is Western Kentucky's biggest lead of the game. 3. Still lots of time. 2 minutes.
Got to get Bomaloo open, and they got to get Payton going to the bucket.
That's what he's doing. Got his man in the air and put it in. That's a tough shot. And we've got a 1-point ball game. Payton with 21.
Now you got to go back down into Fant. And how about you got Payton on Fant?
What a defensive matchup that is. Here comes Harrison Docks to the left-hand short. Rebound loose on the floor. Conley got it, put it back up, and he'll go to the free throw line. They're dominating the rebounding now, Bob. Western Kentucky is just owning that backboard. And part of that's probably because the Raging Cajuns are really little on the floor.
But they've been more aggressive and assertive going after the ball. I mean, they're just going after it. And the Cajuns haven't been able to get the rebound and make you pay the price by getting the transition basket.
Davenport will check in with 1.5 minutes left. And here comes Dickerson. Dickerson and Harris out. Ronkowski comes out as Davenport comes in. Missed them both. Now this possession is to take the lead back.
Better get the ball in the middle and then over.
Payton goes to the bucket with a left hand. Alfred Payton lays it home. And the Raging Cajuns take a 1-point lead. 12th lead change of the game. And Ray Harper wants a timeout now.
And Ray Harper wants Price back in the game.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, the women's game they're talking about, Western Kentucky and Arkansas State, 2 teams played today. The women's championship, the men's team, Arkansas played today, Arkansas State, and Western Kentucky men playing right now. That's tonight. Got a minute left. Harrison Docks wants Price at the top. Wants Fant in the screen and roll. Gets that. Finds Fant on the wing. Goes by Davenport. Up and under. No, Bomaloo got the rebound.
That was a big rebound.
Was that a big rebound? And a big play by a big-time player in Bomaloo.
Now what you're going to do you're going to let that clock run down, and then somebody's going to screen for Peyton, probably Davenport, and then you're going to have your shooters where they can shoot the ball.
I was thinking Bomelo. If you follow Peyton, I pitch it back. If you don't, I'm going to the basket.
Exactly.
There he goes. So far, nobody's coming. He drives. Runner up, short. Price with a rebound. 7 seconds to go. A 1-point ball game. A deuce with the win puts him into the championship game. Price's runner. No, and that'll do it. That will do it. The Ragin' Cajuns of the University of Louisiana in Lafayette are going to the championship game.